Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I welcome everyone to our Qur'an Symposium for Baitul Ehsan region, and I'm very grateful to Jazakumullah for attending this symposium today. We would like to start our program with recitation of Holy Quran, and I would like to invite Sayyid Isa Ahmad to come for tilawat, please.
Assalamualaikum.
So,
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Jazakallah Isa, can I request Rashid Khan Saab to do translation for us, please?
Assalamualaikum. English translation of the verses just recited before you. In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful. Alif Lam Mim. Ana Allahu Alam. I am Allah, the All-Knowing. This is a perfect book. There is no doubt in it. It is a guidance for the righteous, who believe in the unseen and observe prayer, and spend out of what we have provided for them, and who believe in that which has been revealed to thee, and that which was revealed before thee, and they have firm faith in what is yet to come. It is they who follow the guidance of their Lord, and it is they who shall prosper. Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. Can I invite Zakib Mahmood Saab for Nazam, please?
Yes, uncle.
Walaikum salam.
Jamalu Husn Qur'anure Jane har musalma hai Kamar hai chand auro ka hamara chand Qur'an hai Nazir uski nahi jamti nazar mein fikr karte tha bala kyun karna ho yakta kala mein pak rah جاویدہ پیدا ہے اس کی ہر عبارت میں نہ وہ خوبی چمن میں ہے نہ اس سا کوئی بوستان ہے کلام پاک یزداشتہ کوئی ثانی نہیں ہرگز اگر لولو اما ہے وگر لال بتشا ہے خدا کے کول سے کول بشر کیوں کر برابر ہو وہاں قدرت یہاں درماند کی فرق نمایاں ہے
Jazakumullah, Zakir Mahmood Sahab. And I can see the participants are increasing quite rapidly. So Jazakumullah once again, and I welcome everyone to attend this virtual Quran Symposium for Baitul Ehsan region. My name is Dr. Makbul Sani. I'm serving as a regional Amir for Baitul Ehsan region. And today, by the grace of Allah Almighty, it has become possible for us to hold this Talimul-Quran Symposium for our region. And we are very grateful to National Secretary Talimul-Quran and Waqf Hafizun Sahab and his team for arranging this symposium for us today. And indeed, the teaching and learning of the Holy Quran is a source of great blessing. And today, inshallah, we'll have lectures and presentations with an opportunity to learn fundamentals of the correct recitation of the Holy Quran. I would like to encourage everyone, especially children, to listen to these lectures carefully so that we can correct our common mistakes, as sometimes wrong pronunciation can change the complete meaning of the Arabic word. And inshallah, we'll have learning in depth today with the rules of proper recitation of the Holy Quran, with learning about Ramuzu, Okaf, the stop signs and pauses in quite detail by Hafiz Fazl Rabbi Sahib, inshallah. I would like to read these from our Holy Prophet, Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, "The best among you is the one who learns the Holy Quran and teaches to others." And I also would like to read some quotations of promised Messiah al-Islam. Hazrat Masih Maud al-Islam said about the Holy Quran, "Recitation of the Holy Quran melodiously is also a worship. There is a blessing in the Holy Quran that its recitation expands one's mind and removes speech impediments. He also says the real purpose of recitation of the Holy Quran is to learn truth, to gain knowledge, and to make a pious change in oneself. He also said, I say it repeatedly and loudly that loving and obeying the Holy Quran and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam can make one capable of showing miracles. So I keep this introduction to brief, and I would like now to start with the rest of the program. And I would like to hand it over to our national Talimul-Quran and Waqf team, Hafiz Fazil Bisab and his team. Mansab, can you take over, please?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Walaikum assalam, sir.
I'm trying to share my screen. Is the screen shared?
We can see.
No. I think.
But it might not be your screen, Hafiz.
Now, can you share, see the screen, Path to Success and Prosperity?
Yes, we can.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, in the name of Allah, most gracious, ever merciful. I welcome all of you to this symposium, Qur'an Symposium, which is organized by Baitul Ehsan region. On behalf of our team, Taqwa team, Talimul-Quran and Waqf department team, we are going to present a few presentations. The first presentation is from myself, and with me, Rafi Ahmed Shanwaz will join in this presentation. First, a few points about the topic, Path to Success and Prosperity. Whenever we listen to call for prayer, adhan, we hear Hayya ala falah, Hayya ala falah. That means that coming to Salat or Namaz is coming to success and prosperity. In this presentation, we will discuss Salat as a pinnacle of faith, importance of correct pronunciation, and we will also discuss some of the mispronounced words in Salat. Salat, as we all know, is among the 5 pillars of Islam: kalima, prayer, fasting, zakat, and hajj. In the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala says in chapter 29, verse 46, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةِ, and observe prayer. إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ تَنْهَى عَنِ الْفَحْشَاءِ وَالْمُنكَرِ. Surely, prayer restrains one from indecency and manifest evil. وَلَذِكْرُ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ, and remembrance of Allah indeed is the greatest virtue. In 5 daily prayers, we recite Arabic words of Salat and portions from the Holy Quran. Today's presentation is covering how to pronounce Arabic words of Salat correctly and those verses of Holy Quran which we recite correctly, and why. And why it is so important to recite them correctly. And what happens if we fail to do so. When we say correct recitation or correct pronunciation, there are 2 broader categories of errors or mistakes that we often make while reciting the Holy Quran or words of in Salat, Arabic words in Salat. The one major type is where if we pronounce incorrectly, the meaning of the word is changed, thus changing the meaning of the entire verse. And sometimes that change may lead to a kalma kufr. The other broader category of mistake that we commonly make is changing the sound effect of the word, thus giving the impression to our listeners that we don't know our recitation very well. So today in this presentation, considering the time, we have selected three of the basic rules for the correct recitation, although there are a number of rules associated with these three rules, but we will just focus on three basic rules. The first one is giving each letter its due right. The second is prolonging or shortening each letter according to the strokes and signs. Number three, pronouncing each letter according to their attributes. When we say giving each letter its due right, changing one letter with another letter is one of the most common problems. For example, in ta'awwudh, if we say a'udhu billah instead of a'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim, we are not giving ayn its due right. Ayn and alif are two distinct sounds, two separate letters. So in a'udhu billah would be wrong. Similarly, there could be a number of other examples. Just focusing on Surah Al-Fatiha, the ayn is used in a number of places. An'amta alayhim. If we say an'amta alayhim, we are not giving ayn its due right. Giving each letter its due right also means that changing sign on a letter with another sign. For example, I've taken example of this verse from Surah Al-Fatiha. Suratul Lazina an'amta alayhim. An'amta means you blessed. The path of those whom thou hast bestowed thy blessings. So if wrongly pronouncing it, we say an'amtu, which means I blessed. You can well imagine that how wrong it would be. It will make it a kalma kufr. Prolonging or shortening each letter according to signs and strokes. Signs are fatha, kasra, and dhamma, zair, zabar, and pesh in Urdu. For example, in Zalikal Kitabu, La Rayba Fi, the verse which was very beautifully tilawat was made today morning by a kid. It was a very nicely done tilawat, mashallah. Zalikal Kitabu, La Rayba Fi. La Rayba means there is no doubt in this book. This is a perfect book, there is no doubt in it. Ye wo kitab hai, isme koi shak nahi. If we wrongly pronounce la raiba to la raiba, it will entirely change the meaning. There is a doubt. There surely is a doubt. Na'udhu billah. Similarly, pronouncing each letter according to their attributes. For example, taking care, if we don't take care of thick and thin letters. Kaf is a thin letter. Qaf, on the other hand, is a thick letter. And both have different meanings. Kul with a thin letter means eat. Qul with a thin letter means say. So you can well imagine that in Surah Al-Ikhlas, when we say Qul huwallahu ahad, say He is Allah the One. And if we change it with Kul, it will entirely change the meaning of the verse. Now we will just take you through a brief summary of rules of tajweed, just to give you an example, and then we will implement those rules in the words of Salat. There are 29 Arabic alphabets. Out of those, 7 are always heavy sounding letters. 3 letters are those which are thin letters, but they are conditionally heavy sounding letters. And the rest of the 19 are always light sound or thin letters. Thick letters are kha, thad, dad, ta, dha, ghain, and qaf. On the other hand, alif, lam, and ra, these are the three letters which are conditionally pronounced thick. Always remember that lam in Allah is lam-e jalala. Letter lam is divine word of Allah is always pronounced with thick, heavy sound if preceded with a letter carrying fatha or dhamma. And it is pronounced with light or thin sound if preceded with a letter kasra on it. For example, in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, it is preceded, Lam Jalala is preceded with a kasra, zir in Urdu. So it is a thin letter, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And in Allahu Akbar, it is preceded with a fatha, so Allah, lam is a thick letter. In Arabic, when we're reciting the Holy Quran, the first lesson that we learn, for example, in Qaida Yasanul Quran, is harakat, fatha, kasra, and dhamma. In Urdu, fatha is called zabar, kasra is called zair, and dhamma is called pesh. In Arabic, they are fatha, kasra, and dhamma. Any letter carrying fatha, kasra, or dhamma are pronounced for 1 second only. That is the first rule. When we say prolonging the words according to their harakat, their signs, that's what we mean. Fatha, kasra, and dhamma, 1 second rule. Signs of long vowel, vertical fatha, vertical kasra, and inverse dhamma. In Arabic, vertical fatha is called fatha ishbaiya. In Urdu, we call it khadi zabar. In Arabic, vertical kasra is called khadi zair, kasra ishbaiya, and in Urdu, we call it khadi zair. And in Arabic, inverse dhamma is dhamma ishbaiya, and in Urdu, we call it ulti pesh. Any letter carrying vertical fatha, vertical kasra, or inverse dhamma will be prolonged for 2 seconds only. There are 3 letters in Arabic, alif, vav, and ya. They help to elongate the sound of preceding letter for 2 seconds. Alif, if preceded with a fatha sign, will elongate the a sound to 2 seconds. Vav, if preceded with u sound or dhamma, it will elongate that sound for 2 seconds. Ya, if preceded with a letter with a kasra or e sound, it will elongate the e sound for 2 seconds. For example, ba would be ba, bu would be bu, and bi would be bi. There are another group of words, 2 words in Arabic, ya and vav. They are called huruful leen. Leen means to ease or to soften. Huruful leen are pronounced very softly for about 2 seconds. For example, in Yawmiddin, if we say Yawmiddin, it will be incorrect. Yawmiddin. So these are, in English, they are also called gliding vowels because they produce a gliding sound for 2 seconds. Similarly, in alayhim and amta alayhim, if we say alayhim, it would be wrong. Alayhim. So yeah, the rule is letter ya and vav with sukoon sign and preceding letter carries fatha sign. So we must remember this as well. Then in number of places, we see this tashdeed sign, Mushad letters. Mushaddad means hardened. And this letter should be stressed appropriately in the pronunciation. A letter carries tashdeed sign is called Mushaddad letter, and it helps to join the previous voweled letter. In Arabic writing system, a letter with shadda sign means this letter is written twice in succession. First with sukoon sign and other with a harakat or a vowel. For example, in Rabbi, Ra and B. If we say Rabbi, it would be not correct because we are not giving tashdeed its due right. Rabbi is the correct pronunciation. Then the vowels or the next sound is small mad and big mad. Small mad is prolonged for 3 to 5 seconds, whereas big mad is prolonged for 4 to 6 seconds. For example, small mad, bima unzila, over here 3 to 5 seconds. And waladdallin, big madda for 4 to 6 seconds. And it depends on your way of recitation. If you are just reciting in the morning, it would be quicker. The root would be 4 seconds. But if you are reciting on stage in front of people, then you are reciting with a lahan, and it will depend on that lahan. Just to recap these rules that we have just read, prolonging and shortening each letter according to the rules. B, 1 second. B, 2 seconds. B, 3 to 5 seconds. B, 4 to 6 seconds. Some letters are recited for only 1 second, some are for 2 seconds long, some for 3 to 5 seconds, whereas some letters are recited for 4 to 6 seconds. Now, let us see how we apply these rules in namaz or salat. And we will take examples of some of the most mispronounced words. This part of the presentation is in Urdu, and it will be conducted, but it would be presented by my colleague, Rafi Ahmad Shahnawaz Sahib.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. अब मैं आपके सामने वो अननोन मिस्टेक्स बताऊंगा जो हम अपनी तरफ से नमाज सही अंदाज में पढ़ते हैं लेकिन वो गलती हो रही होती है. तो सबसे पहले है अल्लाहु अकबर. तो बाद दफा जब नमाज इमाम शुरू कराता है तो कहा आती है अल्लाहु अकबर, तो ये बर नहीं होगा, रा पर जज़म में सुकून का अलामत है बर. इसके अलावा अल्लाह, जैसे कि अभी बताया गया, लाम अल जलाला से पहले अलिफ पर ज़बर है, तो अलिफ लाम को पुर करके पढ़ा जाएगा. सिर्फ अल्लाह का नाम पर जब ये लाम होगी उस वक्त ये रूल अप्लाई होगा, वरना आमतौर पर जो लाम होगी उसको हम इस तरह मोटा करके नहीं पढ़ेंगे, पुर करके नहीं पढ़ेंगे. अल्लाहु अकबर. उसके बाद अक जो है, काफ जो बारीक लेटर है, तो अकबर, अकबर ना होकर कलाना हो. आगे है सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा. यहाँ भी सुब्हानकल्लाहुम्मा यानी लाम को पुर करके पढ़ा जाएगा. आगे चलते हैं. बाद दफा ना जब बंदा तेजी में जल्दी में नमाज वतबारा कस्मों का, तो वतबारा कस्मों का नहीं है, ये है वतबारा कस्मों का, वतबारा कस्मों का, तो वतबारा नहीं होगा ये. आगे जो गलती होती है वताला जद्दों का, तो वताला नहीं, वताला जद्दों का, वताला जद्दों का. लाम पर खड़ी जबर है, 2 सेकंड की उसकी आवाज की लंबी होगी. वताला. आगे उसके बाद ये वताला हो गया. उसके बाद देखते हैं आगे क्या है जी. तो ये है वला इलाहा, वला इलाहा नहीं, वला छोटी मद है, आगे अलिफ पर, तो वो 3 से 5 सेकंड आवाज लंबी होगी. वला इलाहा, वला इलाहा नहीं, ला को घुमा के नीचे नहीं लाना, बल्कि वला अलग तो साउंड है, इला नीचे से आवाज साउंड शुरू हो रहा है. इलाहा, वला इलाहा. आगे चलते हैं. अल्हम्दु. कुरान करीम में भी या नमाज में जहां भी लाम पर जज़म होगी उसको, उस आवाज को, साउंड को लंबा नहीं, अल नहीं पढ़ेंगे, हमेशा अल. जहां भी लिखा होगा कि कहीं भी कोई रूल नहीं कि लाम पर जज़म को लंबा किया जाए. उसके बाद حمدو، یہاں بھی میم ساکن کو ہم اس کو لمبا نہیں کریں گے، اور نہ ہی دو کو، الحمدو ایسے بھی نہیں ہوگا، الحمدو۔ میم کو آواز لمبی کرنے کے دو رول ہیں، یا تو میم پر تشدید ہو، پھر میم کو 2 سیکنڈ غنہ کے ساتھ پڑھا جاتا ہے، یا میم کے بعد با ہو تو اقلاب کا رول اپلائی ہوتا ہے، یہاں وہاں بھی میم کی آواز لمبی کی جاتی ہے۔ آگے ہے مالکی، میم پر آپ دیکھ سکتے ہیں کھڑی زبر ہے، لیکن جلدی میں مالک یوم الدین، تو مالک یوم الدین نہیں ہے، مالکی، مالکی، یعنی صرف ما کی آواز 2 سیکنڈ لمبی، لی اور کی 1 سیکنڈ، مالکی۔ اس کے بعد ہے یو، جیسے کبھی بتایا گیا حروف لین میں سے واو ایک حرف ہے، تو یو نہیں ہوگا، یوم الدین، تو یہ اس کا صحیح تلفظ ہے۔ آگے ہے ایاکا، یہاں بھی بعد اب غلطی سے ایاکا نعبدو، تو ایاکا نعبدو نہیں، یا پر تشدید ہے، یا پر پہلے جزم ہے ایج، پھر اس کی زبر ہے دوسرا جو اس کا حرف ہے، ایج مجموعہ ہے 2 یہ لیٹرز کا، ایاکا 7 الف ہے، تو اییا 2 سیکنڈ آواز لمبی کر کے، کا بالکل 1 سیکنڈ، اس کا کوئی آواز لمبی نہیں ہوگی، ایاکا۔ آگے ہے نعبدو، تو یہاں بھی اکثر غلطی نعبدو، نعبدو نہیں، آئین پر جزم ہے، نا حروف ہلکیہ میں سے آئین، نعبدو، نعبدو بھی نہیں ہوگا، نعبدو، با پر بھی پیش ہے 1 سیکنڈ، اور دال پر بھی ایک پیش ہے 1 سیکنڈ کی آواز ہوگی، نعبدو، اور آئین کا حمزہ بھی نہ بنے، نعبدو نہ ہو، نہ آئین کی تلفظ گلے میں سے حلق میں سے ادا ہوگا، نعبدو۔ آگے ہے اہدی، تو حروف کلکلا جو قاف تا با جیم دال 5 حروف ہیں، ان کے علاوہ کوئی بھی حرف ہو تو اس پر جب جزم ہوگی تو وہ حرف اس کو ساتھ ملاتے وقت اپنی جگہ سے ہلے نہیں، یعنی یہ اہدے نہ ہو، اہدی، اہدی، اور اہدے دے کی آواز بھی لمبی نہ ہو، اہدی، تو یہ ہے اس کا صحیح تلفظ۔ آگے ہے انعمتا، تو ان یہاں بھی نون ساکن کے بعد کیونکہ آئین ہے جو کہ حروف ہلکیہ میں سے ہے تو آواز پھر شارٹ ہوتی ہے، ان ام، یہاں بھی میم کی آواز لمبی نہیں کریں گے، ان اور آئین کی ادائیگی کریں گے، انعمتا، اور اگر ہم پڑھ دیں گے انعمتو، یعنی زبر کو پیش میں چینج کر دیں گے غلطی سے، تو اس کے معنی ٹوٹلی چینج ہو جائیں گے، انعمتا۔ آگے ہے ولد ضالین، کیونکہ یہ بڑی مت ہے اس کے اوپر، تو اس کی آواز 4 سے 6 سیکنڈ آواز لمبی کر کے، اور یہ ولد دو اور لین یہ سیپریٹ نہیں ہے، ولد دو آپ سمجھیں کہ پہلے لام تک ہم نے پڑھنا ہے، ولد ضالین، پھر لام کو تھوڑی دیر منہ میں روک کے، کیونکہ تشدید ہے اس کا ٹائمنگ ڈبل کر کے، پھر اس کو لین کر کے پڑھیں گے، ولداللین، تو یہ ہے اس کا صحیح تلفظ۔ آگے ہے الف پر فتح ہے زبر، آئین پر پیش اور واو پر جزم، او اعوذ، تو یہ بھی اعوذ نہ ہو، کیونکہ اعوذ جب پڑھیں گے تو اس کے معنی چینج ہوئیں گے، یہ اعوذ۔ آگے ہے جب ہم پڑھتے ہیں من الشیطان، بعض دفعہ آواز آتی ہے من الشیطان الرجیم، تو تو نہیں ہے، یہ غنہ نہیں ہے، یہ ہے تو نہ ہو، یہ تا ہو، وہ 2 ڈاٹس والا تا ہوتا ہے، من الشیطان، نہ یہ توا ہو، واو کا ٹچ نہ ہو، من الشیطان الرجیم، تو یہ ایسے پڑھیں گے۔ آگے ہے بعض دفعہ جب جلدی بنا سبحان ربی العظیم، سبحان ربی العظیم، تو یہ اس کا تلفظ غلط ہے، ربی یل عظیم، سبحان ربی العظیم. تو اگر ہم نماز کو توجہ سے سکون کے ساتھ پڑھیں گے تو پھر اس کے تلفظ میں بھی پڑھنے میں انشاءاللہ درستگی ہو جائے گی. تو آگے ہے دفعہ ہوتا ہے سمی اللہ لمن حمدہ. تو یہ بھی تلفظ غلط ہے. حمدہ آواز لمبی نہیں ہے، حمیدہ حمیدہ، کیونکہ ہا پر الٹی پیش ہے تو جو وقف ہوگا تو الٹی پیش کی جگہ سکون کی علامت آئے گی، جزم لگائیں گے. سمی اللہ لمن حمدہ. آگے ہے یہ بھی اسی طرح سبحان ربی اللہ سبحان ربی اللہ، تو یہ غلط ہے، گردان اس کی سبحان ربی الاعلی سبحان ربی الاعلی، کیونکہ رسول کریم صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے فرمایا ہے کہ جب تم نماز پڑھو تو ایسا محسوس کرو کہ تم خدا کو دیکھ رہے ہو. اگر ایسا ممکن نہیں تو کم از کم یہ یقین ہو آپ کو کہ خدا آپ کو دیکھ رہا ہے. تو جب ہم دنیا والوں سامنے کسی افسر کے سامنے پیش ہوتے ہیں تو بڑا ہم ادب آداب کا خیال رکھتے ہیں. تو نماز تو سب سے قریب ترین ذریعہ خدا تعالیٰ کے حضور پیش ہونے کا. تو اگر ہم سکون سے سمجھ کے نماز پڑھیں گے تو انشاءاللہ تلفظ بھی اس کا درست ہو جائے گا. آگے چلتے ہیں. جہاں جب توجہ نہ کی جائے التحیات للہ فوری طور پہ پڑھا جائے التحیات للہ والصلوات، تو یہ التحیات نہیں ہے، اس میں دو مسٹیکس ہوتی ہیں. ایک تو ہا کے نیچے کسرہ ہے، زیر ہے، التحیات یا پر تشدید ہے، تو التحیات نہیں ہے، التحیات التحیات. تو یہ غور کرنے والی دونوں مقام ہے، تا پر تشدید اور ہا کے نیچے کسرہ زیر اور یا پر تشدید ساتھ الف، التحیات. آگے ہے ہاں جی، یہاں بھی ایوہ النبیو، ایوہ النبیو نہیں، ایو پہلا ساؤنڈ اس کا ایو ہن، کیونکہ نون پر تشدید ہے تو غنہ ہوگا، تھوڑی جی سٹے کر کے ہن نبیو ایوہ النبیو. تو ایوہ النبی، نبی کی آواز لمبی نہیں ہوگی، کیونکہ آواز تب لمبی ہوتی ہے جب زیر کے آگے ہر یا پر جزم ہو. تو اگر جزم نہیں ہے، تشدید ہے، تو پھر یہ تشدید پر دباؤ دے کے اس کو سٹریس دے کے پڑھا جائے گا ایوہ النبیو. تو آواز کہیں بھی نبی یو بھی لمبی نہ ہو، نبی بھی لمبی نہ ہو، ایوہ النبیو. تو آگے ہے کہ عام طور پہ ہم جب ایک دوسرے کو سلام کرتے ہیں تو اس وقت بولتے ہیں السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. تو یہ وبرکاتہ نہیں ہوگا، بلکہ یہ ہوگا وبرکاتہ، کیونکہ یہ اینڈ ہو رہا ہے، اس کا لفظ کا ہا پر وقف ہوگا تو جزم لگے گی وبرکاتہ. تو اس کے بعد آگے چلتے ہیں. یہ بھی عام طور پہ کامن غلطی ہوتی ہے پڑھنے میں، جو السلام علینا والا جب تیری میں پڑھتا ہے تو غلطی ہوتی ہے السلام علینا. تو السلام علینا نہیں، یہ السلام علینا، نون پر زبر ہے، ساتھ الف ہے، تو اس لیے یہ آخر پہ آواز 2 سیکنڈ لمبی کر کے پڑھا جائے گا السلام علینا. اس کے بعد آگے ہے بعد دفعہ غلط سے اشہدو ان لا الہ. تو پہلے تو بات ہے اشہدو نہیں ہے، اشہدو اشہدو، اش علیحدہ ساؤنڈ ہے، ہا علیحدہ ساؤنڈ ہے، دو، یعنی تینوں ساؤنڈ واضح آپ کو پتہ چلنا چاہیے پڑھتے وقت. اشہدو. اس کے بعد یہ دیکھیں نون پر جزم ہے اور لام پر تشدید ہے، تو یہاں نون سائلنٹ ہوگا. اللہ، اشہدو اللہ الہ، تو اشہد ان لا الہ، لا الہ نہیں پڑھیں گے، اشہد اللہ، یہ آواز اوپر کو جا رہی ہے اور آگے الف کے نیچے زیر ہے، کسرہ ہے، تو وہ نیچے سے ساؤنڈ اٹھایا جائے گا الہ، تو اس کو جوڑ کے لا کو گھما کے نیچے نہ لایا جائے، اشہد اللہ الہ. تو یہ ہے اس کا صحیح تلفظ. آگے ہے درود شریف جب ہم پڑھتے ہیں تو اللہم صلی علی محمد والا آل محمد. تو پہلے تو بات ہے کہ محمد دن نہیں، جب وقف پڑھیں گے تو محمد دن نہیں ہوگی آواز، بلکہ محمد ہوگی وقف پڑھیں گے تو. اس کے علاوہ اللہم صلی علی محمد والا آل محمد والا آل، نہ تو یہ محمد دن پڑھا جائے گا نہ والا پڑھا جائے گا والا آل، یہ ہوگا محمد و علا. واؤ کے ساتھ دال کو واؤ کے ساتھ جوائن کریں گے، ونا کے ساتھ دم اس کے آئین سے شروع ہوگا وعلا، والا آل نہیں، محمد و علا. تو یہ ہے اس کا صحیح تلفظ. آگے ہے اللہم کما بارکتا. تو کاف کیونکہ باریک آواز والا لیٹر ہے تو یہاں کرکلا نہیں ہونا چاہیے، بارکتا نہ ہو، بارکتا، را پر زبر ہے پر کر کے بارکتا. آگے ہے، یہاں بھی عام طور پہ غلطی ہوتی ہے، ربی جعلنی. تو یہ ربی جعلنی نہیں ہے. آپ دیکھیں کہ پہلا ساؤنڈ را، با اور جیم، یہ تینوں لیٹر مل کے بن رہا ہے ربج. با پر تشدید ہے، با پر پہلے سٹریس دیں گے را کے ساتھ، ربج، جیم کلکلا ہوگا. آگے نی کو بھی شارٹ کریے ربج النی، تو ربج النی. تو یہ ہے اس کا صحیح تلفظ. آگے دفعہ علم نہ ہو تو مقیم الصلاتی، تو مقیم الصلاتی، میم پر زبر ہے، فتح ہے، تو قاف تھک لیٹر ہے، مقیم الصلاتی، سواد بھی تھک لیٹر ہے، لیکن لام کو صلا گول نہیں کرنا، مقیم الصلاتی. آگے چلتے ہیں کیونکہ ٹائم شارٹ ہے تو اس لیے میں تھوڑی جلدی پڑھ رہا ہوں. آگے ہے ذریتی، ذریتی نہیں ہے یہ، ذریتی یعنی ذریہ، یہاں بھی غلطی ہوتی ہے، پھر تی کو شارٹ کر دیا جاتا ہے، تو یہ ہے ذریتی، تی کی آواز 2 سیکنڈ لمبی ہوگی. آگے چلتے ہیں، یہاں دیکھیں ربنا دیکھنے میں لیکن ہے، لیکن کیونکہ غائن پر جزم ہے اس لیے الف، دونوں الف سائلنٹ ہو جائیں گے. ربنا اغفر لی، ربنا اغفر لی. آگے چلتے ہیں، والے والدیا، تو والے دیا نہیں، واؤ کے آگے الف ہے تو 2 سیکنڈ آواز لمبی کریں گے واؤ کی، والے والدیا. آگے چلتے ہیں، جب پڑھتے ہیں بعد دفعہ نا، یہاں پر را پر فتح ہے ورحمت اللہ، تو بعد دفعہ السلام علیکم ورحمت اللہ، تو رحمت اللہ نہیں ہے، ورحمت اللہ، ورحمت اللہ. جزاکم اللہ احسن الجزاء. بہت شکریہ.
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. جزاکم اللہ Muid Sahib and Rafisha Nawaz Sahib for a very good presentation about Salat, and especially these words basically all they appear multiple times in the Holy Quran. So if we correct our Salat, we can also correct our pronunciation of the Holy Quran, of our Tilawat. Now, in the second presentation before you, I would be talking with the next 30 minutes about silent letters in the text of the Holy Quran. Now, which Arabic letters are seen empty in the text of the Holy Quran? We find that mostly letters and words, they have either a harakat, a stroke, a fatha, kasra, dhamma, or alamat like a alamat as-sukun, jazm, or tashdid, and some other alamat symbols. But in the words alif, lam, waw, ya, these are the 4 letters where sometimes we cannot find any stroke without any kasra, fatha, dhamma, or sukun, or tashdid. These 4 letters are totally free of any alamat or any symbol. Now, first of all, we as I mentioned, that silent letters means an empty letter without bearing a stroke, harakat, or sign. And today I'm going to talk only one letter, and that is alif. As I mentioned that there are 4 letters, alif, lam, waw, and ya. In these next 30 minutes, I will be talking only on one letter. And other, inshallah ta'ala, will come with other in the second or third round, because every week, every Sunday, we are making virtual visits to different regions in the UK. And by the grace of Allah, this is the 6th, our consecutive visit to a region. And this time we are in Baitul Ehsan. Now, you can find when you open the very first page of the Quran, this is Suratul Fatih. And we find the example of empty letter in Suratul Fatih. For example, this alif is empty, just free from any stroke. This lam, again, this alif, this lam, alif, and lam. So you can see that in the first verse of the Holy Quran, Basmala or Tasmiya, we find 6 examples of a silent letter or a stroke-free letter. So note the important points. Silent letter or empty letter may appear within a word or at the end of a word. It could be in the middle or at the end, and sometime in the beginning. But remember, a word cannot start with a silent alif. An empty letter, with an empty letter, we cannot start a word. Only the letter alif appears in the beginning of some words, and in this case, it must be given a stroke, harakat, to pronounce such words. The point is that I mentioned 4 letters, alif, lam, waw, and ya. Waw does not come in the beginning, ya does not come in the beginning, waw does not come in the beginning without any stroke. They must have a stroke. But alif comes sometime that letter appear before a word and there is no stroke on that. That is why it is being talked, only the letter alif appears in the beginning. And as a rule, a word cannot start with a silent letter, even that is a alif. So we have to apply some kind of stroke on that. Inshallah, we are going to explore in the next slides. So this is another example, the first case of a role of alif in the beginning of a word. Role of alif with a fatha stroke in the Quranic text, case 1 second pronunciation, alif with fatha, alhamdu. Wherever it comes, alif with fatha, it will be alif maftuha, and 1 second pronunciation will be applied. The second, case 2, is 1 second pronunciation of E sound, like alif, and underneath is a kasra, E. So ihdina, one example from Suratul Fatih. Another example of case 3 is U sound, U, and this is basically on Dhamma, ughriqu. And case 4, 2 seconds duration in between a word. In the first presentation, you were reminded of the role of strokes and the vertical or inverse Dhamma or vertical strokes and letters of elongation. So alif in the middle of a word, basically letter of elongation, 2 seconds duration in between a word, in the middle of word. So double A sound, qala. Case 5 is 2 second duration at the end of a word. So in this case, Rabbana, because alif 2 seconds, so noon will be elongated, prolonged 2 seconds. And case 6 about that alif, when it comes at the end of a word and it has no connection and no role in the pronunciation, it is just placed as a in the writing system of the Holy Quran. And it is basically is a protective alif or alif wiqaya. Protective alif means that in the Rasmul Khat, in the writing of the Holy Quran, it shows that this word is ended here and it should not be mixed or combined with the next. And it will be qalu. So this word is ending. So alif is like a barrier, is like a wall between the next word and this word. So no elongation due to this kind of alif. So remember, this alif is written in the text of the Holy Quran. If we do not write where it is written in the text, then it will be wrong according to special Rasmul Khat way of writing of the Quran. Case number 7, when this alif is written in the text according to Rasmul Khat, but no elongation due to this kind of alif. And to facilitate the readers and the writers, the alif on top of that, a cross sign or a small circle is placed in the text of the Holy Quran. For example, in the text of the Holy Quran, where we can find isbi afa in, the word will be afa in, not afa in. So many times this type of a alif with a cross has appeared in the Quran. So remember, when you find a cross or a small circle on alif, it means it is silent letter, it is an empty letter, it has no role in the elongation. It should not be taken as a letter or alif of prolongation. Next, case number 8, no elongation due to this kind of alif. Now remember that alif, the basic role of alif to prolong, is a letter of prolongation. There are 3 huruf madda, huruf al-madda, alif, waw, and ya. And alif requires a fatha before that, meaning a letter with a fatha. In this case, you can say nad'uwa on waw, there is a fatha on that, and it is said nad'uwa. But after that, it is alif is written in the text of the Holy Quran. So, and also on top, there is a cross. It means this alif is written, but it should not be a part of your pronunciation of your talaffuz. And if you read that nad'uwa, because waw is followed by alif, and alif is a letter of prolongation, but not here in this case. That is why they put a cross on that, nad'uwa. So pronunciation will be nad'uwa, not nad'uwa, because this is a sign on that. Case number 9 is very well known because it has appeared over 40 times, this alif, in the word ana. The word is ana. This is Arabic word meaning I, speaking person. So ana abidun, I am worshipper. I am a worshipper. So ana, this alif is written and you cannot find any sign on that. Any text of the Holy Quran, whether it's a Arabic mushaf or a South Asian copy of the Holy Quran, this alif is written, but it is not pronounced. Elongation in waqf and non-elongation in wasf. Another important point here, that waqf means to stop. So if you stop, then it will be ana, that will be right. But as you join together in a word, in a sentence, in a jumla, meaning wasl, you are continuing your recitation, then it will be ana abidun, not ana abidun. Only in stopping it is allowed. And the good example you can find in Surah Al-Kafirun. And also on daily basis, you repeat this word in your niyat salat, meaning intention of the prayer. Wajjahtu wajhiya lillazi fatara as-samawati wal arda hanifan wa ma ana minal mushrikin. So there, wama ana minal mushrikin will be wrong, because niyat salat, namaz, wajjahtu wajhiya, basically these are the words of the Qur'an which have been given here in hadith as well. So this is case number 9. And now next is case number 10, where the first word is ending on alif. Remember, these are the two words. Okay, this is the first word is lahwa, and the other word starting with alif. So basically combining or union of two alif together. So in this case, the word lahwan, it is actually lahwan, the word lahwan, and the next word starting with the alif, noon and fa, ta, waw. Remember this noon, small noon, which is also should be understood and practiced. This small noon, you cannot start with a miniature noon any word. This noon is basically a result of the previous word. And in actuality, the word was lahwan. Lahwan. The word is not lahwa, it's lahwan. And lahwan is producing a sakin noon at the end, because lahwan, our voice is ending and is stopping on noon. Lahwan. And the next very word is a sakin, noon sakin, because alif is just is there, but it has no value in the pronunciation in the beginning. As I already told you, that if there is a alif and without stroke, you cannot start. This is the, I gave you the example here. A word cannot start with a silent letter. And alif, if there is a alif without any stroke, it must be with a, you have to apply a stroke to go further. So in this case, this is the word is alif, and underneath is noon, ni, because that is the result of the previous word. So when we join together, it will be lahwa nil faddu. This alif is no stroke on that, there is no cross on that, and in the text of the Holy Quran you cannot find a cross. But for you, for your own easy recognition or practice, or to facilitate yourself, you can put a cross, you can place a cross over top in this place. And this is basically from Suratul Jumuah in part 28, Suratul Jumuah, where these words are come. So this is one example. And wherever in during the recitation you find similar, you can do that. So the point is that first word is ending on alif, the other word starting with alif. So first I like to tell you about the stopping, the procedure on that. Remember, in the first word, this is lahwan or lahwa and followed by alif. If you take as a one word, it will be lahwa. Lahwa, that will be right pronunciation, because in the stopping. But when you join together, then this alif will be dropped and it will be lahwanil faddu. Now, a natural question comes, may come into your mind that, okay, lahwa, we will stop here, and in this case, we understood about that. And if we join together, this alif will be ignored, lahwan and faddu. But if we want to start the next word, okay, and as we have been told that this noon is nothing to do with this word, and if we do not connect with the previous word, this noon has no value. So how would we start with this alif? Okay, so in this case, you have to see the first mutaharrik letter. The first mutaharrik letter means a letter with a stroke. Fatha, kasra, dhamma. Remember, noon is not with a stroke, is not with a harakat. And because this noon, after alif and noon, the second letter is with a skoon, with a jazm. So the first mutaharrik letter, the first vowel letter is fa. And if the first mutaharrik letter is with fatha or kasra, the blank alif or empty alif will always take kasra. So in this case, it will be infaddu. So first, there will be three examples. Example one, lahwanin faddu. Altogether, you ignore alif. If you say lahwanin faddu, that will be wrong. And if you are going to stop here, it will be not lahv, lahwa. And if you are starting the next word, it will be not unfaddu or unfaddu, but it will be infaddu. And I already told you about the noon. What is the rule of noon here? This small miniature noon only in the continuation, otherwise it has no value in the pronunciation in the beginning of a word. Okay, so this is case number 10. Now we come to case number 11. Case number 11 here, the first word is ending on alif, the other word starting with alif. So, so in this case, basically, the first word ending is an alif, and the second word is also ending with alif. Basically, it's starting, there's a typo mistake. So what would we, I will explain. This is Surah Dahr and chapter number 76, Suratul Insan or Suratul Dahr in part 29. So where the word is qawarira. Qawarira, it has appeared twice together and in between two identical words. These are two identical words. In the middle, the sign of verse comes. On top of that, there is a la, and below, underneath, is a 16, means this is verse number 16 ended here. So the rule is here that kawari ra, either you say alif with a as a letter of elongation, it will be kawari ra, that will be a one pronunciation. The second pronunciation, you altogether ignore this alif and accept that cross as a non-elongating alif, and it will be kawarir. But what about the next word? The next word, either you it is, though it is written alif is there, but either you continue or you make a stop, it will be ignored altogether. So you would be say kawarira if you continuation, or in the stopping kawarir. In other words, the next kawarira or the second kawarira, this word, when you have only one option, that you will be stopping on ra, not uh, adding alif as letter of elongation. Though inshallah ta'ala, I'm going to tell you some text of the Holy Quran as well. But remember, this is chapter 76, verse number 16. Verse number 16, the last word, you have two options. Either you add alif as letter of elongation, or you altogether ignore that. But in the next identical word, in verse number 17, the first word, you have to either you are stopping or you are continuing your recitation. Only the ra will be pronounced, not alif altogether. So that is case number 11. And now case number 12. And in case number 12 here, when in between, in words, the alif comes and there is no sign of a cross or a small circle like a spoon, and you have to remember these words, and sometime it is written on the margin as well, and this is the word is miyata. Remember, this alif is written there, but it has no part. Just meme and hamza will be pronounced, and it will be miyata or miya in stopping. Alif, when it is becomes a letter of elongation, the previous letter must have a fatha, but in this case it has a kasra, so it will be mi'ata. So multiple times this word has come, and we have to remember that this alif will be written. Remember, we have to pronounce the words according to Rasmul Khat, and especially in the writing. We cannot dictate or write the words according to our combined pronunciation, because the alphabets or in the writing, the different parts of a word must be on black and white, basically on the paper. And then which letters are vocal or non-vocal, we have to understand, we have to learn and teach. So another example is in Suratul Fajr, this one, it is Jia. Remember Jia on Jim and followed by Alif. Here again, this Alif is silent, and underneath there is a Jim, is a Kasra. So we know that Alif, when we want to make it a letter of prolongation, the previous letter, the preceding letter must have a Fatha. So in this case, Miyata or Jia, there is no such case. It is a maksur letter, yani kasra letter. So this alif will be in the part of spellings, but not part of the pronunciation. And why we say G long? Because the last letter is Hamza embedded on the text. So that is why a big madda or a madde kabir, or you can say a bigger madda, will be applied, which is called al-maddul muttasil. Next, we have case number 13. So you may remember I told you about the blank letter coming in the beginning. So there are 4 letters: alif, lam, waw, and ya. Okay, and waw, lam, ya, they do not have any emptiness in the beginning. They must have in the text of the Holy Quran some with fatha, kasra, dhamma. But alif, we have to understand this one. So remember this one, there are 3 cases which we can find with alif. So blank alif, either with fatha, kasra, or dhamma, because these are only 3 basic stroke. So remember, when you find after alif lam, and straightway you have to understand and you have to pronounce with fatha al-maliku, then there is no option of kasra or dhamma. Okay, as soon as the first 2 letters of a word is alif lam, it means that this is a proper noun, and alif will take a fatha, say al-maliku, and many attributes of Almighty Allah, al-Quddus, as-Salam, or ar-Rahman, or ar-Rab, like that. So al-Maliku. So simple is alif lam, only fatha, no other option. The second example where you can take a dhamma. So in this case, I mentioned that first you have to see the first mutaharrik letter. The first mutaharrik, the first letter with a vowel, with a fatha, in this case is kha with dhamma. So blank alif or empty alif will be taking a dhamma. So it will be udkhulu. So any word where the first mutaharrik letter with a dhamma, madmum, the blank alif or empty alif will take a dhamma. Identical harakat will be taken, adopted, and say udkhulu. And you can find many other examples in the. For example, if there is a uqtulu, if you find Surah Yusuf, where the brothers of Joseph, Hazrat Yusuf wasalam, they made a plan that he should be killed because he is getting a lot of love from our father, and we don't want this kind treatment to him. So there the word is uqtulu, and alif there is also blank. And on qaf, and after that ta, tulu, to ta, dhamma, and say uqtulu, not iq or aqtulu, uqtulu. So similarly, udkhulu will be written, pronounced. The next word is the word with first mutaharrik letter is jim with kasra. So in this case, as already notified and told you, that the first mutaharrik letter is, if it is with a fatha or with a kasra, alif will take only kasra, no fatha, no dhamma, because alif with fatha and dhamma, we already fixed that. And in this case, it will be irji'i, irji'i. So alif irji'i, or as the other example was the in faddu, we in Suratul Jumuah, in faddu, and here irji'i. regardless whether it's a fatha or kasra. If the first mutaharrik letter will be fatha or kasra, alif will take only a kasra. So these are the images of from the Mus'haf or copy of the Holy Quran. So like for example, here you can see here the word Shah, because this is the one word, we can't say li sha'in. Now you can find there is no sign on top of that, there is no cross on that, and this is in Suratul Khaf. Okay, Suratul Khaf, chapter number 18. So wala taqulanna, not li sha'in. Don't take this alif as a letter of prolongation. It's a letter of spelling, hijja, tahaji, from huruful hijja spelling, but it will be li shay'in. Wala taqulanna li shay'in. So another example of this one, we were talking about this alif silent. Remember, thalasa mi'atin, not miya, because this alif cannot be taken as a letter of elongation, because there is no chance, because if it is letter of prolongation, the preceding letter must be with fatha. So this is because kasra, so it means this is a part of spelling and it will not be pronounced, and straightway meme will be joining to the atin, mi'atin, 100. Thalatha mi'atin sinina, 300 years. So this is from again Suratul Khaf, chapter 18, 26 and 24 before that. Next is Surah Fatih, verse number 29. So here you can find this alif is written, and this another example, this is a vaw on top of that hamza. So vaw all together will be ignored, and this only hamza, our a nabr, you can say a small, a light, very, very light jerk or something, you know, when you are stopping something, a little pressure comes on that in the pronunciation. So ibadihil ulama, a little, you know, catch of the air will be in the bottom of throat, because your voice is ending, sound is ending on hamza. So this is another example. Now remember, this word we're talking about, that's the alif lam. In this word, as-salat is very common. Salat, we say qad qamat as-salat. Remember this alif and next word lam. So straight away alif will take fatha, not kasra, not dhamma, as-salat, because alif lam. And you can find similar examples to others as well. So next we go to here again. This is, I already touched that, verse number 12, Jumuah. So Jumuah, remember this lahwa. If you will stop here, aw lahwa, but as soon as you come together, you know, this is you are joining with this one, so it will be lahwanin faddu. This alif will be altogether ignored. It couldn't be lahwanin faddu. Remember, this is a very catchy. Sometime on alif you find a cross, but in this case you cannot find, but you are fully allowed to make a cross on that, or just you highlight in your personal copy of the Holy Quran. And then again, lastly, this is Suratul Khaf, and here on alif you cannot find a cross on that, but is a good that on the margin, on the hashia, it is a alif zaid, means this is an extra alif. So you can either highlight or just put a cross on that. So it would be lakinna, not lakinna, because if you are not mindful of your margin on the left side, you might be mispronouncing word lakin, letters of elongation, and it will be wrong. So remember, lakin, this alif will be silent. So another example is again naduwa. I've already told you, again in the copy of the Holy Quran, this alif will be with a cross. Okay. And this extra indication or information should be taken into consideration. And then the same wajia, remember this is also wajia. Basically this will be not on this one. This is, I would say, this is a writing error. This this madda should be on ya. Ya is the letter of elongation, not alif. Alif is silent here. So it will be wajiya, jim, straight way to the ya. This madda should be here. So, so this is, and irji, we already covered on that. And this is the conclusion of this presentation 2. And now we move to presentation 3 now, please.
Okay. Dabir Bhatti Sahib.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You can see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Right. Baitul Ehsan Regional Qur'an Symposium 2021. I will be introducing to you the website, our official website. As of last year, middle of last year, all the departments' websites have been consolidated into ahmadiyya.uk. This makes it very easy for, this is our internal facing website. So it makes it easy for us to go to any, if you want to find any department, you can look at the finance department, Ishad department, but our website is down here, Talimul-Quran. Another way to access our website is to go directly is ahmadiyya.uk/NQC. So what is on the website? So if you press and go to our website, this is what you see. We have a 2-menu system. On the top, we have a menu as well as on the bottom here. So let me go and introduce you first of all to this section here, the download section. This is what it looks like. And here you can find many resources, very useful resources of the Holy Quran. ये उर्दू में भी मौजूद हैं और अंग्रेजी में भी मौजूद हैं. तो मसलन कि अभी देखो उर्दू में तफसीर कुरान हज़रत मसीह मौऊद अलैहिस्सलाम की हैं, तफसीर सगीर, तफसीर कबीर, introduction to the translation of the chapters of the recited by Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Rabi. In English, we have the short commentary of the Holy Quran, introduction to the study of the Holy Quran. Dictionary of the Holy Quran is very important, very useful. Non-Muslim writers, what they say about the Holy Quran. If I scroll down a bit more, तो इधर होली कुरान ग्रामर वॉल्यूम 1 वॉल्यूम 2 में आ जाता है, ट्रांसलेशन स्प्लिट वर्ड बाय वर्ड. ये है इधर नॉन मुस्लिम राइट, ये तो इसका जिक्र कर चुका था मैं. सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ रेपिटेशन इन द होली कुरान, मिरेकल्स ऑफ द होली कुरान, ये उर्दू में है. तो इस तरह बहुत सारी इधर रिसोर्सेज मौजूद हैं, आप इधर इसको डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं. नाउ लेट मी गो बैक टू our main menu again. Let's go to the top here on online courses. What do we have here? I click on that, and this is what we get. Here we have the recordings of all our YouTube, our lessons. You know, we've been recording since 2016, 2017, and every recording has gone onto our YouTube channel, but you can access them from here. But not just recordings, you can also enroll yourself on some of these courses. So if I go to this Suratul Quran, there I have, at the moment there are 4 courses available, G1, 3 courses, G1, G2, G4 course list. So if I was to access and see what the Suratul Quran level G1 looks like, and this is what it looks like, it's a step-by-step, takes you from the beginning. You can skip the steps that you already know, and you can start learning at your own pace in your own time. There are quizzes at the end of some of the lessons, so you can take the quiz and see how far you've gone and how far you've understood the lesson. Next, we come back to the menu. Then you can look at, you can access the recordings. Again, I repeat, the recordings are all on NQC, our YouTube channel. It's very easy to find. You go to YouTube and look for, type in NQC course recordings or NQC G1, G2, and because we have so many recordings, YouTube viewed videos, it is now very easy for you to find our YouTube channel. If you go to, they're all organized in nice grouped in playlists, so you can select any course of any level, G1, G2, G4, and then you can watch this at your own pace. This is an example of what it looks like. Next, we go to the recitational analysis. Next to the class recordings, this tilawat submissions. This is another thing. If you want to know how good your tilawat is, you click on tilawat submissions, you submit your tilawat, and I believe within 3 or 4 days, the team at NQC will analyze your recording and will tell you where your mistakes are. Recitation analysis, we have picked up some of the common verses. So for example, if I look at this one, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ, it tells you how to recite step by step. It breaks it down into the rules of every word. So this is very, very useful as well. So next we have, next to that is the translation analysis. Just like the recitation analysis, this is a this gives you a translation word by word of the meanings of that the common verses that we normally use in Tabligh and common knowledge. Then we go down at the bottom. We have the Quran Multimedia, and here we introduce you to some of the iPhone and Android apps that are available. We have the Talimul-Quran is available on the iPhone and Android apps. You can download it and then you can access it on your phone. Then there is the Quran quiz app. The quiz app is, we have 15 quizzes. Each quiz has got 10 questions. You can go through the questions and you can, at the end of the quiz, it gives you a score of how far you've done, how well you've done. You can review it, you can go back and redo the quiz again, or you can look at the answers and then you can do the quiz again. And this way you can learn quite a bit about the Holy Quran. Class recording app, it allows you to view the YouTube on your mobile phone through this app. Then you have selected YouTube recordings are also on this page. There is a Nazam here, and then the last 10 surahs of the Holy Quran. This is very interesting, very useful to correct your pronunciation of the last 10 surahs of the Holy Quran. We have the Quran quiz as well on the website, which is the same Quran quiz as is on the app. Then we have the question and answer form next to the Quran quiz here. Here you can ask us any question. It does not need to be specifically on the Holy Quran. Any general question, and it will be answered here. You don't have to be registered. You can be anonymous and your answer will appear here. And you can also view the answers of previously asked questions. Next, we'll introduce you to the Quran learning application. These are very popular and they do go out and we do run, they get oversubscribed. Here you can see the latest, I mean, this is a picture. So this gets updated. So if you go to Quran group learning application, you can see the detail of what it is, and you can click on here to apply for these courses. So here I'm showing you G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, and then the G4, G5, G6, G7, and G8. They're all, at all these G classes are aimed towards different audience. I mean, for example, the G4 is for Lajna only group, G5 is family Quran class, G7 is I think G7 is in English. for all adults. I think specifically for the for the new Ahmadis. And G8 is very, very popular. It does get, but we have increased the capacity. So apply here as soon as you can. Finally, I would like to say I've been unmuted for some reason. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes, we're just finally just finishing off. We're looking for teachers. You can apply to, if you feel that you have the capacity and to benefit from the rewards of teaching the Holy Quran, then certainly apply here. This is itka.org.uk. It stands for International Talimul-Quran Academy. If you click on this, teacher registration, I know that in this region there are several teachers who are employed, not employed, who are doing this work. It's very fulfilling, very rewarding work. And if you feel that you can give us apply, then please do apply, because we are always looking for teachers. Jazakumullah. I think that's all there is. So I can now hand over and stop the share.
Jazakumullah, Muhtaram Dabir Bhatti Sahib. Mashallah, Regional Amir Sahib, I would like to congratulate you today. First time we reached our maximum capacity of 500, and I don't know, the people may be struggling to join now because it's going to drop back to 200, but there was 500 people, more than 500 people who joined today. So now it's my turn. There is whatever we have learned, there is a small Quran quiz. That quiz will be general knowledge, as well as whatever we have learned within our first two presentations. In Durr Samin, Hazrat Masih Maud अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम फरमाते हैं, कुरान किताबे रहमा सिखलाए राह इरफा, जो उसके पढ़ने वाले उन पर खुदा के फैज़ां. The Holy Quran is the book of the gracious God and the source of spiritual light and guidance. It leads to the path of knowledge and wisdom. Those who keep reading it receive God's favors and blessings. We need to recite the Holy Quran carefully and thoughtfully by applying all the rules of the correct recitation. We need to make an extra effort to learn the correct recitation of the Holy Quran by learning all these tajweed rules. Today we have listened, the summary of many rules in the earlier two presentations. Based on these common rules, we have arranged this small Quran quiz. There are only 10 questions, and this is an anonymous quiz. So I would like everybody to take part in this quiz, and you can just click your favorite answer, whichever you think is a multiple choice question. So I will read the question first, and then I will release a poll, and then you can choose your favorite answer from there. And then I will take the correct answer percentage as the region's correct answer, and then that we will count into your aggregate total. Now the first question for you is, how many alphabets are sometimes recited with thick and sometimes with thin sound? Yeah, we have learned that there are 29 letters in Arabic. So how many letters are sometimes pronounced with thick sound and sometimes with the thin sound? So I'm going to release poll now. The first question. So please select your favorite answer now. It's easy. How many letters are sometimes pronounced with thick sound and sometimes with the thin sound? Very easy question. We have learned in the first presentation. So just please click your favorite answer. And only 32% have given the answer yet, but I will leave for some more time so people can answer. Please try to click your favorite answer. Is it 2, is it 3 letters, or 7 letters, or 10 letters? So I'm going to end the poll now in next 2-3 seconds. Please quickly answer. So I'm going to end polling now and share the result. So 13% have said there are 2 letters, 49% have said there are 3 letters, 36% have said 7, and 2% have opted for 10. So most popular answer is 3, and the correct answer is 3 as well. So the 49% have given me the right answer. So there are 3 letters, Alif, Lam, and Ra, which are conditionally thick letters. So I am stop sharing the result. Now the next question for you is, as per rules of recitation, which letter is called a madmoom letter? Madmoom letter is a letter with fatha, or letter with tanween, a letter with sukoon, or a letter with dhamma. Which letter is called a madmoom letter? So question is in front of you. So I'm gonna release the poll number 2 now for you to answer this question. Which letter is called a madmoom letter? A letter with fatha, a letter with tanween, a letter with sukoon, or a letter carries a dhamma sign? So there are a lot of participants. Please make sure you take part in this Quran quiz. So share your knowledge with us. Thank you very much. So maybe 3-4 seconds more, then please take your correct answer. Okay, I'm going to end polling now and share the result with you. Okay, 5% have chosen the letter with fatha is called a madmoom letter. 20% says a letter with tanween. 20% says a letter with sukoon, and 56% says a letter with dhamma. So most popular answer is letter with dhamma, and this is the right answer as well. So I will take 56% have given me the right answer. A letter with dhamma is called a madmoom letter. Now, next question for you. How many letters are called haruful leen? Are there 2 letters? Are there 3 letters? Or 4 letters? Or 5 letters are called haruful leen? So I'm going to give you poll now. Please select your favorite answer. How many letters are called haruful leen? 2 letters, 3 letters, 4 letters, or 5 letters? Please try to give me answer as quickly as possible. You just need to click your favorite answer. MashaAllah. So only 3 more seconds and then I will stop it. Please take this opportunity to answer. Okay, now I'm going to end polling now and share the result with you. So 47% have said there are 2 letters of which are called harufal leen. 32% said 3, and 18% said 4 letters, and 4% have said 5 letters. I don't know which 5 letters are haruful leen, but the correct answer is 2 letters are called haruful leen, alif and ya. They are 2 haruful leen, and the condition is Vaw and ya should be with sukoon sign, and the preceding letter should have fatha on it. Then they are called haruful leen. So the correct answer is 2 letters, and 47% have given me the right answer. The next question for you is, How many prostration of recitations, Judu Tilawa, are there in the Holy Quran? Are there 16 letters, or sorry, Sajda Tilawat, or 15 Sajda Tilawat places, or 14 or 13? I'm going to give you poll now. You can choose your best answer. How many places of Sajda Tilawat are there in the Holy Quran? 16, 15, 14, or 13? I think that may be the easiest answer. So that's why it's the rate of answering is quite high. The people are participating now. 2-3 more seconds and then I will stop it. Please take this opportunity to answer your favorite answer. I'm gonna end polling now. Okay, and the share result with you now. 20% have said 16 places of Sajda Tilawat. 33% have said 15. 36% have said 14 and 11% have 13. This time the most popular answer is 14, which is not right. There are 15 places of Sajda Tilawat in the Holy Quran, so I will take the 33% of as the correct percentage for your region. So next question for you, question number 5 is, during the recitation, the long vowels are pronounced for 3 to 5 seconds, 4 to 6 seconds, and 2 seconds, and 1 second. You need to recognize which are called long vowels. So 3 to 5 seconds, 4 to 6 seconds, or 2 seconds, or 1 second. Please choose your answer now. Long vowels are pronounced for 3 to 5 seconds, 4 to 6 seconds, 2 seconds, or for only for 1 second. Please let me know your answer. And well, maybe 2-3 more seconds. 55% already given me the answer. Please. Okay, I'm gonna end polling now and share the result with you. So 23% have said 3 to 5 seconds we should pronounce the long vowels, and 34% have said 4 to 6 seconds, 43% have said 2 seconds, and 1% have chosen 1 second. These are long vowels are vertical fatha, vertical kasra, inverse dhamma, or haruful madda, alif, waw, ya. So these should be prolonged for only 2 seconds. The most popular answer is 43, and the correct answer is for 2 seconds as well. So I will take 43% is the correct answer, and stop sharing and going to the next question now. Question number 6. What changes will happen when you pause on a word ending with round ta? I have given on the slide round ta shape, which carries fatha 10. Fatha 10 means 2 zabar on the top. So what will happen when we stop on a word which carries fatha 10, round ta with fatha 10? It will change to round ta with vertical fatha, like we will say ha, or it will change to round ta with sukoon, or it will change to round ha with sukoon, or no change will happen. We will stop as it is. So I'm going to give you poll now. Please choose your favorite choice. It's easy question. It has been mentioned, and we should all know that. Is only 37% have answered. Please try to answer as quickly as possible. Yes, thank you very much. Mostly people have already answered. So I will wait only for 3 more seconds, and then inshallah I will move to the sharing the result with you. So I'm going to end poll now. and share the result with you. Okay. As per your region, 17% have said it will change to round ta with vertical fatha. And 21% said it will change to round ta, but it's with sukoon. And 60% have said it will change to round ha with sukoon, and 2% have chosen no change will happen. It will be read as it is, like tan. So the most popular answer, 60% have answered me like it will change to round ha. And this time again, the most popular answer is right answer. So 60% have given me the right answer. This will change to round ha with sukoon on it. So ha sound will appear at the end. The next question for you, question number 7, is Noon Sakin is always pronounced with Izhar. 1 second. Izhar means pronounced with clear sound. Like not 1 second sound. When followed by a kalkala letter, when it is followed by a tanween, a lean letter, or throat letter, or a mad letter. So I'm going to give you poll now. Please choose your answer. When we pronounce Noon Sakin with a clear sound, when it is followed by a kalkala letter, lean letter, a throat letter, or a mad letter. Thank you very much. The answers are coming very quickly. So looks like the concept is clear. So a Noon Sakin will be pronounced with Izhar, with clear sound, if it is followed by a kalkala letter, a lean letter, a throat letter, or a mad letter. So only few more seconds, and then I will stop the polling. Now I'm going to end now and share the result with you. So 13% have chosen Noon Sakin will be pronounced with Izhar if it's followed by a kalkala letter. 24% have chosen lean letter. 50% have chosen a throat letter, and 12% said it will be pronounced with Izhar, clear sound, if it's followed by a madda letter. So the most popular answer is 50% answer is a throat letter, and it is the right answer. So I will take this is as a 50% is the right answer. So a Noon Sakin or a Tanween will always be pronounced with a clear sound if it's followed by a throat letter. And there are 6 throat letters, we know that. And these 6 throat letters are Hamza, Round Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, and Kha. These are the 6 throat letters. If any of these 6 letters, one appears after Noon Sakin, then Noon will be pronounced with very clear sound. As in the first presentation, we learned that An-Amta. So Noon is followed by a Ain. So that's why we pronounce only for 1 second An-Amta. Not will say An-Amta. That will be wrong. So now the next question number 8 is, which surah of the Holy Quran is always read in Jumu'ah or Friday prayer? Is it Surah Al-Ghashiyah? Is it Surah Ala, or Surah Al-Jumu'ah, or Surah Al-Fatiha? Which surah of the Holy Quran is always read in the Jumu'ah prayer? The option is there, a very easy question. Hopefully everyone will answer very quickly. Which surah of the Holy Quran, there are 114 surahs, which surah always read in the surah Jumu'ah prayer? So it's an easy answer. So people are answering quickly. So already 55% have answered. Could you please take your right choice and just click option 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever you think it's a right answer. So I'm going to end poll now and share the result with you. This is the result. 24% have said there is Surah Al-Ghashiyah is always read in the Surah Jumu'ah prayer. 20%, 21% Surah Ala, 11% have chosen Surah Al-Jumu'ah, and 44% have Surah Al-Fatiha. And the most popular choice is Surah Al-Fatiha, and this is the right answer, because Surah Al-Fatiha is a compulsory surah which you should be reciting in every prayer, including Jumu'ah prayer. And after Surah Al-Fatiha, you are allowed to recite any portion of the Holy Quran. There is no compulsion on any surah. So I will take 44% is the right answer from this region. Now, the next question for you is, what was the interval between the first and the second revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Was there 1 month, 3 days, 2 years and 6 months, or 2 years and 5 months? Which choice is the right answer? Option 1, option 2, or option 3, or option 4? The interval between the first and second revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Please click. If you think 1 month is the right answer, then option 1. If you think 3 days there was a second revelation, then you can opt for option 2. Or if you think 2 years and 6 months is the right answer, you can opt for option 3. And if you think 2 years and 5 months is the right answer, then you can opt for option 4. So 45% have given me the right answer. Oh, sorry, have already voted for this poll, and I will wait for a few more seconds. And I'm going to end poll now. So the result is 25% said there is a 1 month interval between first and second revelation, and there's 20% 3 days, 41% have chosen 2 years and 6 months, and 13% have chosen 2 years and 5 months. In this case as well, the most popular answer is 2 years and 6 months, and this is the right answer. So 41% have given me the right answer. And the next question for you is Hamzatul Wasl. Hafizun has explained very clearly in his presentation. Blank alif always take kasra if the next letter is lam with sukun, or if next mutharrak letter carries a kasra sign, or if next mutharrak letter carries a fatha sign, or if next mutharrak letter carries fatha or kasra. Hamzatul Wasl blank alif will always take kasra. Question number 10. So please choose your right answer. If you think it's a letter, next letter is lam, then with sukun, then click option 1. If you think next mutharrak letter carries the kasra means there, then you can go for the option 2. If you think next mutharrak letter should have fatha sign, which is zabar, then you can go for the option 3. If you think next mutharrak letter can either be a fatha or kasra, zabar or zair, then you can go for the option 4. So the answers are coming now. I will take only few more seconds. Please try to answer as quickly as possible. So I will end a poll in next 3 seconds. Try to answer yours. This is the last question. So I will end the poll now. Yes, I will going to share the result with you. 14% think that if the next letter is a lam with sukun, then Hamzatul Wasl blank alif will have a kasra. 30% thinks no, if it's a mutharrak letter carries a kasra sign. 14% next mutharrak letter should have fatha sign, and 42% have decided to opt for option 4 if next mutharrak letter carries fatha or kasra sign. This time again, the most popular answer is if next mutharrak letter carries fatha or kasra, and this is the right answer as well. So 42% is the right answer. Okay, so your region's overall aggregate marks are 47% of your region have given me the right answer to this quiz. So there are 3 more questions for you. This is the feedback question. how satisfied are you with today's event? You have attended your regional Quran Symposium first time, and how satisfied are you with today's event? Very satisfied, then go for the option 1. Satisfied, option 2. Not satisfied, option 3. Or you are not sure. If you think you need we need some more improvements in it, then you can go for option 3. Or if you are good, very satisfied, then option 1. I'm going to give you poll now. Please answer, so it will help us to plan your next event. Okay, more than 60% have already answered, so please try to answer. I will give you only few more seconds, and then I will share the result with you. So I'm gonna share result with you. 64% of you have said we are very satisfied with today's event. 31% are satisfied. 2% are not satisfied. They think we need to do a little bit more, or maybe it's much for them. I don't know. And 3% are not sure. So this is the poll now, and I will stop sharing this one. And the next question for you is, would you like to attend the Quran Symposium again if we organize in your region? I'm going to give this poll now. So if we, Regional Amir Sahib, request us again to come back for another Quran Symposium with some new content, so would you like to attend again? So option 1 is yes, option 2 is no, and option 3 is not sure. Mashallah, more than 70% have answered, and the answer is very nice. I'm gonna end polling now, share result with you. So 99% have said yes, if you come back with another Quran Symposium, they will attend, mashallah. And 1% said no, they will not. They might have some other events, and there no person is unsure. So you know that Allah Ta'ala is very kind. He gives us the swab with our intentions. So 99% have made their intentions that they will attend. So whatever happen in future, we don't know, but Allah Ta'ala inshallah will give them reward for this, for their good intention. Jazakumullah. And the very last poll for you is for today's attendance. I want to share this one. If you are attending today's poll only on your own, then go for the 1 member, then opt for the first. If you are attending 2 members in your family, go for the option 2. If 3 members are attending for your family, the option 3. If 4 members are attending in your family, then option 4. And if 5 or more members are attending in your family, then you can go for the option 5. So please try to give me answer as quickly as possible. This is the last question for you. So this will help us to measure today's attendance as well. So I will give you a few more seconds. Please try to answer. More than 70% have already answered, so it takes your time. It's if only you are attending on your own, then go for the option 1. If 2 members of your family are attending from your household, then you can go option 2. If 3 members are attending, then go for the option 3. If 4 members are attending, or if 5 members are attending, then option 4. I'm gonna end poll now and share the result with you. So 39% have attending 1, 27% are attending 2 members, 17%, and 4%. So, and 13%. Thank you very much for the poll. Now I stop sharing result and hand over mic to Hafiz Fazil Rabbi Sahab for the final presentation. Jazakumullah wa ahsanal jaza.
Jazakumullah. Thank you so much, Aman Saib, for a wonderful Quran quiz and also the feedback. Okay, so if you going to share now. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you see the screen now?
Yeah, we can work for yeah, Jazakumullah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In a presentation conducted by our team member, the Bir Sahib, he gave you a brief introduction of our website, Talimul-Quran. And in Talimul-Quran, basically, before I start Waqf Arzi, I like to tell you that there are multiple courses are going on for teaching the Holy Quran or for learning the Holy Quran. So online Urdu and English Talimul-Quran courses, classes for the whole family ke tamam afraad ke liye Quran classes. So do you like that you and your children learn the Holy Quran with correct pronunciation, memorize the Holy Quran and revise it, learn the spirit word and idiomatic translation of the Holy Quran, learn the Arabic grammar of the Holy Quran, learn the language of the Holy Quran, Al-Arabiya Al-Fusha. क्या आप चाहते हैं कि आप और आपके बच्चे कुरान करीम सेहत तलफ़ुज़ के साथ तिलावत करना सीखें, कुरान करीम हिफ्ज़ करें और उसकी दोहराई करें, कुरान करीम का लफ्ज़ी और बा मुहावरा तर्जमा सीखें, कुरान करीम की अरबी ग्रामर सीखें, कुरान करीम की ज़ुबान अरबी सीखें। आपकी कोई भी इनमें आपका कोर्स में दाखिला आपने लेना है, आपकी ज़रूरत, आपकी उम्र के मुताबिक आप कोर्सेज़ में दाखिला ले सकते हैं। प्लीज़ रजिस्टर योरसेल्फ, योर चिल्ड्रन इन द अवेलेबल कोर्सेज़, और उसके लिए आप ahmadiyya.uk/nqc वहाँ पे ये जाइए और वहाँ पे अपने आप को रजिस्टर कराए। तो आप देखें कि you see our journey starts from G1, and G1 basically 6 to 12 years, and this is 12-week course, 60 lessons, and it is in September to December. And then it is starting from the very basic, from the alphabet, from nukta, from dot, alif, bata, and continue up to a reading level. And then there is a progression, and this time in January to March, this is the course G2, which is being taught now, and this is also 12 weeks and 60 lessons, Monday to Friday, every day. It's a very popular course. Over 100 students are taking part at Fall and Nasrat, and this is a 12-week course, and this is now being taught. Next, we have G3, and this is again for a Quran class 20, this is the last year, and this time is starting after Ramadan. So 2021 will be starting after Ramadan. So basically, this is for to teach and monitor the memorization of the Holy Quran. And for this, we have made a very good a book, Nisabul Hifz, in which all very well-known portions of the Holy Quran, which are used by which are recited by our beloved Imam, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih, Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasir Aziz, and also the portions, other portions which the promised Messiah والسلام, and the Khulafa used to recite in their prayers, and also some commandments of the Holy Quran, prayers of the Holy Quran. It is available £2 in bookshops, and you can find in Baitul bookshops. So this is G3, inshallah. This is 10-week course and 50 lessons, and it will start after Ramadan this year. Next we have G4 course, and it is being taught now here. And this is the Holy Quran recitation class for Muta'allimat, means female learners, and this is in English. And this is 20 lessons, and every Monday and Thursday these are being taught now, and this is called G4. Now we have next G5, and last year, alhamdulillah, it was a family Quran class, and this is in Urdu, correct? Most common as in the tilawat of the Holy Quran, and inshallah ta'ala, this is also after Ramadan 2021 family Quran class G5, and that will be in Urdu. Next, there will be a G6, and this is specially Sehat-e-Talaffuz class for the Barai Muta'allimat. कुरान क्लास मुतालिमात के लिए है, और इंशाल्लाह ये भी रमज़ान के बाद स्पेशल स्टार्ट होगी, और ये 24 इसकी क्लासेस हैं. देयर आर 24 लेसन्स, और इंशाल्लाह ये भी रमज़ान के बाद स्टार्ट होगी. बेसिकली अगर हम देखें कि छुट्टियों को निकाल के हर वक्त कोई ना कोई कोर्स इंग्लिश एंड उर्दू में हो रहा है. मोस्टली आवर कोर्सेज आर इन इंग्लिश, but 3 courses are in Urdu, and 70 courses are in English, and 30% are in Urdu or bilingual. फिर ये G7 है, and it is by the grace of Allah is being taught, and this is ongoing. Okay, this is not 12 weeks or 14 weeks, it is ongoing, and this is especially for our new converts, brothers and sisters, and PAMA members. And it is done every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, and you are most welcome. If there are new converts in your Jamaat, in your region, or anywhere, and if they are not aware of this class, all recordings, previous recordings, 16, 17 lessons have been taught, and we have started from the very basic, from dot, alif, bata, and alhamdulillah is progressing, and there is a scope for you to be applied. Now, this class, G8, is Quran class, and this is basically Tarjumatul Quran advanced course, and this is very analytical and alhamdulillah quite popular, and we have about 300 participants so far, and this is G8 Quran class, and it is also ongoing. It started so far, 8 lessons have gone. ये उर्दू में क्लास है, इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग भी है, इसके जो नोट्स हैं वो भी PDF में साथ के साथ दिए जाते हैं, और these are the 4 criterias जिसके ऊपर ये सारी क्लास जो है बिल्ड होती है. और we have this is basically quiz style है, question answer. Next we have Arabic class, and this is G9, and it is done on Telegram. Okay, Telegram app पे, and many lessons are there. It started in September, and you can take part in this one. Then we have G10 Telegram. This is Ulumul Quran, Quranic Sciences. Many our seminars, our symposiums, or a specific research topic, their lectures are there, and also a quiz in Urdu and English to enhance the level of knowledge about the Holy Quran. They are also is there. So this is G10. Next, we have Al-Hafizun. For many years, for the last 20 years, Talimul-Quran department is looking after Al-Hafizun, which is basically memorizing the Holy Quran for our Atfal and Nasrat. This time, 30 Atfal and Nasrat in separate groups, in boys section and girls section. They are doing that one. This time, because of the pandemic, all classes are being held virtually. And alhamdulillah, this is basically our ceremony, online ceremony. Next, we have a Madrasatul Hifz in accordance with the directive of Hazur Anwar. We started this one in October 2019. And by the grace of Allah, this is a very special class, and in which very selected people who came through from G3 and after that Al-Hafizun, and filtered from G3 and Al-Hafizun these students, and these are the boys basically, and alhamdulillah, they have made a tremendous effort and progress. And the first batch, which we started from 2019 October, now alhamdulillah, they have memorizing Surah Maryam. So basically they are in their part 17 now, and inshallah within a next year they would be able to at the end to complete that. So that is our programs, and all these programs, our G1, G2, G3 class, or for adults, basically to prepare you for this job, which is Waqf RC. Because when you are able to recite in a better way, you are able to teach, and that is the when you are being taught or you learn. This is the field or the platform where you will use your learned knowledge. So what is Waqf Arzi Scheme 2021? Before that, last year, you may remember, you may have received this poster. Huzur Anwar Ayadullah Ta'ala bin Nasir Aziz gave us 1,000 Waqfine Arzi in 2020, and we were quite doing well by the grace of Allah. But due to COVID-19 pandemic, we have to stop that because the delegates were going on far places, going to Manchester, Gillingham, Leeds, and Leicester, so and so. And some were coming to London as Waqf RC, but then we have to move to another. And recently, just 3 weeks ago, on 17th January 2021, Huzur clearly gave us this task that we should concentrate on AMLA members of the central organizations, Khodam, Ansar, Lajna, and then regional and the local AMLA members, and then others. So basically, the very clear guideline given by Huzur Akdas that everyone should be taking part from the top and be part of this great Waqf Arzi scheme. So how would we do Waqf Arzi scheme in this pandemic where we are in a position of lockdown? So this is a virtual Waqf Arzi scheme which we are going to introduce. Our target is same at 1,000 Waqfine RC, and the online application will be done here on our website. Period of work is 2 weeks, but you can split into 1 week as well, meaning 2. 1 week at one time. If you can't do that, combine 2 weeks up to 6 weeks. Mode of work is virtual via Zoom, phone, whatever. So basically virtual Waqf RC. And the place of work, once we receive your application, then the department will assign a Jumu'at in which you will work according to the guideline. And the devotees from Ansar and Khodam will do their work duty in cooperation with the local president. A Lajna devotee shall complete her work duties in cooperation of local Lajna president. For example, if an office holder from Lajna, she applies, and she will be assigned the Jamaat, and the local president of that Jamaat, Lajna president, she will be, make connection with that delegate, and they can work together, and after that they submit report. So basically, either you are a male or female, Waqf Arzi possibilities or is available. Now, this is the form which I mentioned. So there is no need, very simple form you can fill in. Once we receive that form, that will be processed. But please remember, you should give us at least 2 weeks to process that, so that we can all communicate with the president of the assigned Jamaat in which you are going to be sent. Virtual Waqf Arzi task 1 is the intention. The intention is very, very important. As Aman Sahib said, that 99%, they said they will come back again if there is, in the second round, when we come after 3 months or 4 months, and whenever they are ready to take part. And intention is very, very important. And that is why it is the very first task to have a very clear and pure intention. The devotee is encouraged to pay sadaqah before the start of his waqf, and also he is advised to write a letter to Huzur Akdas informing His Holiness of Waqf Arzi that I have been sent, I am being sent, I have been assigned to this Jamaat, I am going to start my Waqf Arzi, please pray for me that may Allah enable me to do best in this job. Next, number 2 is Zikr Ilahi. You remember, all these tarbiyat or ta'aleem or tabligh or these symposium, is basically the self-reformation, is the training of our soul and mind, tarbiyat. So Zikr Ilahi is the focal point of our all being. So the devotee shall spend his valuable time, the 2 weeks or whatever the time is he chooses, in intense prayer, especially remembrance of Allah, seeking his forgiveness, istighfar, and sincerely try to offer daily tahajjud prayer, because he is or she is on a mission in that specially, and after that he could replicate. Then we have Tafakkur fi Deen. It is, you can read very, it is okay. I just want to highlight that this is the digital library which you are going to do that. So every Waqf Arzi, they are encouraged to do have a digital library. And as the BISA introduced our download section in our website, so all material is available there. Either you want to learn the Holy Quran, correct pronunciation, or the split word translation of the Holy Quran, or Arabic grammar, all things are available, and video lessons are there. Our YouTube channel is basically inshallah within a couple of weeks is touching to 1,000 videos. So far is about 900 videos. Is the biggest video lessons platform which you can find there, and also the PDF lessons in our website. So number 4 is Talimul-Quran, which is the very focal point after Zikr Ilahi and Tafakkur fi Deen is Talimul-Quran. So using your free Zoom facility, about 40 minutes, you know that you can use. You will be organizing Quran classes and Salat classes. Salat classes we have already given you in the first presentation by Muid Sahib and Rafi Shah Sahib. What is the common errors in our Salat or Adhan? They are very good to utilize. We can give you those slides as well, and also tarjuma or any lectures or any presentations on the topic of the Holy Quran. And inshallah, you can, once your application of Waqf Arzi is approved, you will be given a link to download the Waqf Arzi PDF pack form, in which every information, every lessons, links, everything will be available. A full package will be given to you, so that you are full equipped with that information. Task number 5 is Al-Wasiyat. After Talimul-Quran is Al-Wasiyat, is a very hand-to-hand, is a great connection between Talimul-Quran and Al-Wasiyat. And first of all, a Waqf Arzi will make sure that he's also a Musi. If he has not yet joined, so this is a good time for the reflection. And also he would encourage other members in his assigned Jamaat to invite towards the to Wasiyat. And next is number 6 is Tarbiyat. Also, this is the same. And promoting Waqf Arzi scheme, okay, from light to light. So when in assigned Jamaat, you will be the minimum target for a devotee to get at least 2 filled in applications from forms from the assigned Jamaat. So if you are tasting this spiritual blessing, you will like to share this blessing with other Jamaat members. So at least 2 members you will invite. So that is, and then the Tabligh activities. Okay, this is also very, very important. You can use different platforms to spread the true message of Islam. Then another very important is Iyada, and especially in this pandemic, it is very, very important and vital that in cooperation of the local president, the Waqf Arzi will be phoning the sick and elderly people in their assigned Jamaat for their Iyadat, for their well-being, and to banish their loneliness. And this is basically in accordance with the great commandment of Almighty Allah, Qulu linnasi husna, speak to the people kindly, give them the comfort and nice advice and comfort, the words of comfort and peace and hope. And that is a great, is a therapy basically for all. And then offering virtual help as needed by the local president. You will be able to join their Ijlasi Aam general body meeting or their Amla meeting or any other special their session. You can do that. And finally, the activity report, you will be filling in your activity report. What have you achieved? Your feedback, your comments, your any problems to our online Waqf Arzi. So that is in gist, we can do virtual Waqf Arzi, and there is no need to travel until this pandemic, inshallah, over. But our Jamaat is such a living Jamaat that, as Hazrat Muslim said, usr ho, yusr ho, kuch bhi ho, band magar dawat Islam na ho, that whatever is the condition, we continue to improve ourselves and to propagate the true message of Islam, and to all our departments should be working. So that is the conclusion of our presentations, and we go back this mic to Regional Amir Sahib for the final comments and dua, whatever is their program. Jazakumullah.
Jazakumullah Hasan al-Jaza, Hafiz Fazil Rabbi Sahab. MashaAllah, I'm very grateful once again to yourself and your team, Amanullah Khan Sahab, Moeed Sahab, Rafi Shanwaz Sahab, and the Bir Bhatti Sahab for preparing these lectures and presentations for us. And I'm sure viewers have benefited from these lectures, and we pray may Allah Almighty enable us to understand these rules and read the Holy Quran with correct pronunciation. So for concluding remarks, I'm going to request Maulana Tahir Khalid Saab, who is our regional missionary. Before that, I just would like to mention that Alhamdulillah, in today's event, our attendance reached to the maximum participation of 500, and there were few members were waiting at one point. And we are aware each household has few members watching additionally. So therefore, total attendance was around 1,500, alhamdulillah. I am very grateful to Mudassir Basit Saab, who was coordinating this event on behalf of our region, Baitul Ehsan region. So Jazakumullah Hasan al-Jaza. Now I would like to ask Mr. Tahir Khalid Saab, who is our regional missionary, to say a few words, and then we can conclude with silent prayer. Jazakumullah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Marisa.
First of all, I would like to echo what Regional has said. I would like to thank everyone, the National Talimul-Quran and Waqf Arzi Department, particularly Hafiz Sahib and his team, and also Regional Amir Sahib for organizing this with the department and hosting such a wonderful, interactive, enjoyable, educational event and Qur'an Symposium for our whole region. I hope and pray that everyone has enjoyed it and taken benefit. I know myself, I have, particularly when it came to the quiz, there were many things that I had learnt. So I want to say Jazakallah for that. In terms of course, we know the Holy Quran is such a majestic book, which is of great benefit for mankind. And we know in many places in the Quran, we are encouraged to recite it. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has encouraged us to learn it, as he says in one narration, خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَأَلَّمَهُ, that the best of you are those who learn the Holy Quran and then teach it. And it is incumbent upon us as Ahmadi Muslims to be at the forefront of learning the Holy Quran and then being in a position to teach it. And that's why the Waqf Arzi department is so interlinked with the Talimul-Quran department, so that those who learn the Quran, they can then do Waqf Arzi and teach people the blessings and the beauty of the Holy Quran, particularly its recitation. I don't want to take too long, but there is one place in the book of Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam, it's called Ainai Kamalat Islam. And Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salatu wasalam explains the beauty and the perfection of the Holy Quran. And he writes, I call Allah to witness that the Holy Quran is a rare pearl. Its outside is light, and its inside is light, and its above is light, and its below is light, and there is light in every word of it. It is a spiritual garden whose clustered fruits are within easy reach, and through which streams flow. Every fruit of good fortune is found in it, and every torch is lit from it. Its light has penetrated to my heart, and I could not have acquired it by any other means. And Allah is my witness that if there had been no Quran, I would have found no delight in life. I find that its beauty exceeds that of 100,000 Josephs. I incline towards it with a great inclination and drink it into my heart. It has nurtured me as an embryo is nurtured, and it has a wonderful effect on my heart. Myself is lost in its beauty. It has been disclosed to me in a vision that the garden of holiness is irrigated by the water of the Qur'an, which is a surging ocean of the water of life. He who drinks from it comes to life. Indeed, he brings others to life. So we can see from this beautiful extract from the writings of the Prophet Messiah والسلام, how perfect and how majestic the Holy Quran is. May Allah enable each and every one of us to learn the Holy Quran, understand the Holy Quran, and allow it to reach our hearts so that we can build and instill a change within ourselves and then bring about a change in society. Ameen.
Jazakallah, Ravi Saab. Can we request Hafiz Fazli Rabbi Saab if he can lead us in silent prayer, please?
दुआ कर ले. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. جزاكم الله.